Megan stepping back.
All right.
That's the first thing. I don't know jack shit.
I know that shit. So basically, what happened was the Prince Harry of the the royal family, and his bride, who married into it, Meghan Markle, have decided to step back from the royal family duties and move to North America.
Okay.
Come to the States. I have no fucking idea what their duties are.
You know,
like
when
make
I think,
appearances.
yeah,
and
when I
shit.
think like people who moved to North America, I mean, like we are in North America, but like I consider me more like Canada.
Huh? Like if you say America, you mean the States. If you say North America,
that's Canada.
That's Canada.
Technically, Mexico's North America.
No, that's not.
No, Central.
Is that where we do? Oh, you're right.
Central.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
Canada,
America is
sure.
like North America.
Technically speaking.
If we had to really guess,
I mean that's like really specific. I mean, why would anybody would choose to move here while fucking dipshit Donnie is like fucking?
I don't fucking know. I feel like they probably did some dumb shit to be trying to come over here. You know.
I mean, Canada is more fucking British rule than America.
Like, yeah, that's true.
So that's basically what's going on, and then Madame Tussauds wax statue house. Is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
Well, basically the famous, they make wax figurines of celebrities, and they put a museum of them.
Okay.
Like Kylie Jenner has one out there, all the big celebrities have one out there. They took down the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's.
Okay.
Yeah, so England's kind of bitter about them, stepping down from the royal family.
Is there a reason why they stepped down, or they're just stepping down to step down?
I guess they'd rather just not live in England and do all the dumb shit, like go to parades.
Oh, okay.
They have to attend every parade, every political event, and they just want to also fuck England. Maybe they just want to live in New York or LA. How about that? That sounds like a cool ass life. She's from the States.
Yeah, she's American.
Yeah, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think she's the first American to marry into the family.
Interesting.
So, not really though.
I mean,
it just happens. So
yeah, it just happens to be she's American, right? Like, okay.
I mean, it's just weird. Like no one's ever done it before.
Oh, okay.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know, the royal family's always shitty about how they're princess or whatever. There was one chick, I forgot her name, but she's a redheaded girl, and Aries fuck married her because she was kind of like a party girl and oh hey,
hey,
you just
I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Well, here's something even cooler than that. Teens who changed a digital billboard to display pornography identified by police.
Hey, shouts out to them,
that's
bro.
Them.
Shouts out to them.
That's them right there. Yo, they look like... At first I thought they had hazmat suits on, but they just tied up their hoodies. And they're pointing to the surveillance. He's posing in front of the surveillance camera.
What's up, boy?
He's like, boy... It says CNN has blurred this image to protect the identity of the individuals. They didn't blur the image though.
They did.
Okay,
look, they did.
They added 8 pixels.
They just they saw his nose and no, this is
So are these trying try to go on this police guy to fuck kids?
What? No. Okay, so let's see what it said. Police in a Detroit suburb have identified 2 teenage boys responsible for changing a digital billboard along an interstate highway to display pornography.
Oh, I heard it, yeah.
According to police, the 2 teenage boys, ages 16 and 18, well, not really a teen, negotiated a 6-foot fence around a small shack. By the way, who's ever negotiated a fence? I thought you'd climb that shit. They could have said scaled the fence. They negotiated the fence.
They negotiated all right, fence.
Hey, yo, fence.
I'll talk to you real quick.
Yo, I'm going to put my left hand and then my right foot and then right hand and then left foot and you're going to let me up. Cool.
You're just going to
let
me up.
I negotiated fences. I'm not going to climb that.
That sounds like, when you negotiate a fence, sounds like you're fencing.
You should not hit me over here, okay?
So fuck CNN. Negotiated a 6-foot fence around a small shack underneath the billboard shortly before 11 p.m. on September 28th. Inside the shack was a laptop computer that operated the digital billboard. Okay. Which sounds like a really easy thing that they did.
I feel look, if they were able to do this, they deserve whatever billboard they put up.
Apparently, it's only a 6-foot fence.
They're 16 and 18. They have better. They don't. I mean, they don't. They're not. They don't have better.
They're
things
gonna
to do,
get jobs.
Yeah.
They should get jobs with the government.
Right.
You know, I mean, if you fucking, I could fuck up a billboard. Fuck. You
But
know,
like
Trump should hire them. No,
like,
he shouldn't. Fuck Trump.
I mean, it shouldn't be that easy. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be able to fucking negotiate a fence and go over and be like, "Hey, we're gonna change this to some."
I want to know
porn.
what porn they put up. I want to know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you could find
What's
it.
their Instagram? Anyone watching this? Tell them to get in contact with James Chavez 9 on Instagram, or just DM me. I think YouTube has DMs. But yeah,
You never seen pornography before?
not that. I want to know what. Cause look it's saying that like drivers were saying
It's
that
not
they,
right. He's never
drivers
seen
were
it.
saying they almost crashed because they were distracted.
Well, of course, like on a highway, you just see like a fucking chick being railed in the ass. You're like,
Oh
fuck, you
I was
know?
hoping it'd
Yo,
be more
this is a lit
tame.
highway. Like
That's what I want to know. Like, I want to know what Pornhub video they put on there, dude. Did I see it before?
Any
Like,
fucking pornography they put on would fucking
I'm
destroy
just
their
curious.
time.
I want to know.
No.
How come my
Jesus
CNN
Christ.
they just put pornography? They don't put the title. They don't attribute like what porn stars were put on there. I'd be hyped as fuck if I did a porno and my fucking film was being used for that.
Well, do a
Tag me on
porno and then ask people to put it on the highway.
ask
I-
them to do it.
But here's the
They'll
thing, though.
probably do
Yeah.
it.
I think if I'm involved in the actual putting on the film, if I put on my own porno and that digital billboard, I think I get charged with like a sex crime.
But
You
you
get charged for a
So,
white sex
so
crime?
like, if you whip your dick out on the freeway, you get put on a sex offender.
Right,
list.
but the thing is, it's like you did the porno without intention of it being on the highway, and some kids do it on the highway.
This is all like bro
But you can make-
law.
bro law.
This
Yeah.
is all
Yeah.
bro law for sure. Because it's like, okay, now if I whip my dick out, I'm a sex offender. What if I whip out a video of my dick out? Like,
The same charge doesn't apply.
what are they charged with? So let's see. It says they're charged with
Well, like tampering or some shit like that.
Let's see. Going to
Kind
police.
of almost an accident. That's
Oh,
that's a
down,
fucking
no.
lie. That's a lie.
Has no
I'm not-
prior criminal history. Juvenile court has referred him to a juvenile diversion program, which is abide by the rules.
This is the fucking worst.
If he abides by the
fucking-
rules of the juvenile program, he will not face any charges. The
Oh
second
my
suspect
God.
has been charged with the misdemeanor of trespassing. That's it.
That's it. He's probably gonna be like, if he goes to
Oh
jail,
my
it'll
god,
be
yo,
like a day.
sex offenders! If you're watching this, I just learned how to become a professional sex offender. I mean, with my dick out, instant ruin your life.
It's pretty
Put a video of
easy
your dick out
to
on
be
a
a sex offender, I
billboard
think
for
so.
more people can see.
If you
Okay.
want to be a sex offender, I think you can do that pretty easily.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All you gotta do is coffee shop and just grab a girl's boob.
But that's the
And
thing.
there you go.
If you do that, your life is fucked. For always, let's pretend that like it was his porn that he put on that billboard, right? He blasted out fucking for a ton of people to see on a digital billboard. Only got charged with trespassing, non-dick related crime. Think about that.
But
Yeah,
you don't know
you,
what-
can call it high art.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. You could call it art, and then you're fucking fine.
It's definitely trespassing for sure, though.
Well, like,
because they would not approve that art on there.
All right. Like if you're in California, you do that, and you said, "Well, it's an art piece," you're fine. Think about it,
Fair enough.
right? If you're in California, you go down 91 or whatever.
Well,
fucking
I
freeway,
mean,
right?
it's
Yeah.
like public indecency they can get.
They can get you, right? Yeah, they can get you for that.
But can you whip your dick out and stand there and say you're art? Can I be art?
If you
Is
are,
that performance art?
if
Well,
you,
yeah, you can, because if you're in a place that's adult only into, like, you know, you can't let, like, my niece in there. But, like, yeah, if you're, like, you know, 21 or over place or whatever, sure.
Here's the real question. What if that's how I'm protesting?
You know, in, like,
Depends what you're
in
protesting.
like, in New York,
Police brutality.
there is public nudity. San Francisco, you can walk around naked.
Dude.
New York,
not good.
in New York, women can walk around with no shirt on. And it's perfectly legal.
I support that.
Oh, of course, I like boobs.
I believe in just equal rights. I like equal rights.
You know,
It's hard as
fucking Demi Moore
I get hard as
and,
fuck for equality.
was it
right.
Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's daughter? Like,
I don't watch
Scout?
porn. I jerk off to
There's, like-
protest.
She walks around and she puts photos of her walking around New York, like top on.
Whose daughter? Tom Hanks?
Not Tom Hanks. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's daughter, Scout.
Whoa, her name's her Scout.
It's because her name is
Scout Willis. She's definitely scouting.
In New York, you could, like, if you're a chick, you walk around with no shirt on.
Yep, that's the thing.
I fucks with New York.
San Francisco, you'd be completely nude.
Yeah, they won't charge you with anything. Sleep.
Whoa.
They won't charge you with anything. You can do it. Some girl can do it. Don't matter. It's dangerous.
I'm trying to find a way to take advantage of this, but honestly, I don't want to be naked.
Of course, you don't want to walk up to somebody and have your dick in your hand and try to jack out with somebody's face.
You get two shakes.
Of course,
you get 2 shakes.
Yeah, 2 shakes.
And that's how you're playing with yourself. That's the rule. I remember one time I was at a party, and I may or may not have been in high school. I don't remember. If I was, it was probably my senior year. I just graduated. But there was a rumor that I had a giant dick. So
of course you had to bring that up.
Well, it's relevant to the story. So what happened was there's this really drunk girl who was innocent all of her life, and then something happened. It was after graduation, just after graduation, because she finally fucked for the first time, and that's all she could talk about after that, was just balls deep into balls. It's talking about I just want someone to. She would say things like, "I just want someone to come on my face right now." Like, at the party, saying that to me, and, whoever can hear it within earshot distance, because my girlfriend's watching. So, anyways, she was at this party, there were other girls at this party, and then, she goes, "James, show me your dick. I heard you have a giant dick." And then someone other goes, "Yeah, whip it out." And then it became, one by one, it's whip it out, whip it out, whip it out. So, coincidentally at this party, there's a dude that allegedly, he told people that he beat me up.
Yeah.
In reality, we had a sparring sesh. And then what happened was...
Did you dick spar?
We did not dick spar.
You fucking do.
They swordfish.
No, it was legit, we were drunk we were drunk and we were sparring, and then he goes for a punch, and I instinctually I duck under and I shoot.
Yeah.
I pull my big dick out and I slide in the face.
I shoot, but when I go to grab him,
it's a good tactic, right?
When he turns, I go to shoot, and he's oh shit, he turns to shell up, I guess.
Yeah.
He just got scared, so I grab him, and I can easily have picked him up and slammed him, but we're fucking around. Yeah. And also, wherever we were sparring at, I'm not gonna say where we were, but there's a lot of broken glass on the floor.
Oh.
So I pick him up to show that I can, and I put him down, just barely off, and I'm all right. And he starts elbowing me in the head. I'm yo, what the fuck? And then that was it. That was it. We had a mutual friend who was there. It's yo, let's not do this when we're drunk. Now we know.
Did your mutual friend say you had a bigger dick than he did?
I slept with every girl he's ever came in contact with. Including, his sister.
Wow, you fucked his sister and every girl he ever fucked too?
Yeah. And...
That's low.
He was there. No, but it wasn't while they were together,
Okay.
There's guy code, but basically, he would fall in love with these hoes.
Car insurance
He would fall in love with these hoes, right? And after they would think he's cool at first, and then, he would show how lame he is. And then they would, be single again. And then it's free game at that point, And they didn't take long enough where it's yo.
So aggrandizing.
But anyways, so he's there, right? He's at this party too. And all these girls are chanting, "Whip it out." So I'm all right, I'm gonna whip it. I'm drunk. I'm gonna whip it out right now. Mm-hmm. And then I see who's looking low key. Because it became a 3-person thing that the circle.
Are you trying to brag about how big your dick is?
Wait, let me get to that. So anyways... not everyone's looking, and I'm on the spot right now.
Yeah.
But I think, okay, this is a lose-lose situation, because and also I was half chub, so I'm thinking
man,
even though I'm soft, my dick's gonna look huger than it is.
I don't want to hear about your dick anymore. Let's stop the story.
So anyways, my dick, I'm ready to, I'm thinking but here's the thing, if I pull my dick out, even if I look fantastic,
That's why podcasts suck.
It's not a good look. Okay, my point is, it's not a good look to whip your dick out at a party. It's gross. It's gonna go from check this out to what the fuck, dude? Why'd you whip your dick? I'm like, oh shit. And then you're embarrassed all of a sudden. So I thought this was the move. What I did was, I'm like, already count to 3. 1, 2, 3. I pull my pants down, but I pull it so that my hand just blocks my dick, so no one can see nothing. But when I do that, I go, you looked, and I just call out everyone looking at trying to see my dick, and I pointed out that hating ass fool.
That's pretty fucking gay sounding.
For him. For him.
You too.
Dude, but these girls were chanting like to whip my dick out, and I saw that.
Why couldn't you just do the motion with your hand like everyone else does? Just like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Ah, it's just your hand.
I was drunk. I don't know. I was on the spot.
He sent
How often
me
does
a
this
fucking
happen?
Snapchat of him getting
Okay.
his dick sucked.
That girl watching
So
this.
he's in love with his fucking dick.
Like I said, you should learn how to.
I didn't send that to you.
No, good.
No, you sent it to me though.
Bro,
Dude,
if you
I
had
got
sent it to me-
replies that said like, I was at dinner with my parents. What the fuck?
Bro, if you had sent that to me, I would have blocked. I don't need this
I
content.
probably am blocked by like a lot of friends. So basically, like, this girl is down because at the time, me and my buddies were doing what I termed the Snapchat Olympics, and the Snapchat Olympics was like you would film like yourself consensually, of course, boning a girl or getting head or whatever, ass, whatever. Like, get the coolest Snapchat for your friends. And this girl, when I explained this to her, she was down for the cause. So I'm getting head. I don't remember where was it a house or a car?
Yeah. It's
Point.
all about him grandizing himself.
You know what I noticed I watched his you guys' last episode, and half the time he's like, "Hey, my dick." And I'm like, "Look, bro, why don't you just call it my dick? That's the fucking like what was it? Your podcast name is Two Cool Brothers. No, Two Cool Dicks. Like, or just my dick. Like, look, if all right, you
I have a lot of dick
like
stories.
under its line.
like, bro, just all right. This is what I think you should do. Okay, hear me out. Set a time during your podcast for dick stories. Okay.
Have a section current events.
Just no.
Current dick story. Current
No.
dick. Dick
No.
events.
Hear me out. It's just your guest and your conversation, right? You have that. We already did that, right? We had a good conversation about music, whatever we did about, right?
Hella.
Yeah. And we were vibing, right? And then towards the end, you're like, all right, I'm talking about my dick. And then you talk about your dick, right? You're like, because like, look, he's even said, he's like, yo, man, he talks about his dick a lot. I'm like, all right, yeah, no, I knew that since high school. Like, he talks about his dick a lot.
I felt like that was relevant. I felt like
So after said dick talk, all right, let's talk about.
we were talking about the porn thing, so I thought, okay, this is relevant to bring up during this situation. Like, I was once a performance artist and at a party. Yeah.
That's called an exhibition where you did it once.
But also, I will say I did not whip up my dick because when I pulled it down, I blocked it. I pulled like.
Technically, you showed it, but you blocked it.
Yeah.
You just show it.
I put a wall, like
Pussy.
maybe they see my dick, but also, I didn't. How I pulled it around was like I just called out all the hate because that dude said he beat me up. That's what I found out at that party too. Was that he said that he had beaten me up, and I looked at him because his girlfriend was there and was drunk and was like, "Yo, fuck it, Ulysses has been saying like he beat you up," and he was sitting like right across from me.
Where is
we know so many Ulysses.
Where's the bong at?
I'll show you which one specifically. Not the one you're thinking. He's cool as fuck.
Okay.
Not the cool as fuck one. No. This guy.
Oh, okay.
So he basically just like, when he said, I was like, really? I heard you beat me up, dog. And then he just like he just like smiled at the ground and like didn't know what to do. And then when he was there, when he was like intently listening to this whole thing going down, I figured like, that's the move to like get the pressure off of me, because I didn't want to be that guy that whipped it out at the party, you know.
But you were that guy.
You were that guy. Where's the bong at?
You have a section of this podcast after it.
All right. What other?
Where'd you put the bong?
I got the bong over here.
Grab it.
I won't do on camera, but.
Oh yeah, that's right. Here.
I won't do on camera.
We can't have him recorded on the bong.
Well, grab the bong and stop the recording.
Let's do that after, because we still got this podcast going.
I want to smoke the bong right now.
We literally just took a cigarette break. All right, let's get one more event, and then let's just call it a podcast, and let's just go hit the bong and go out.
How's this? I don't think I ever explained what I do.
Oh my god, dude! So what do you do?
In terms of like music, I think he's mentioned it earlier. I produce music.
Barely.
Yeah,
You're talking more about my dick. You're right, dude.
Like I said, like James likes to talk about his dick. I mean, it's okay. It's his podcast. It's fine.
I like to talk about me playing bass.
Exactly. You know, we all have.
Yeah, that's
we all have
basically your
things
dick.
we like.
That's your dick.
Whatever. He's not here. Let's not talk to him.
Yo, back up because the whole shot is just like you. Now you see it though. Back up.
We'll make some fine edits. It's okay.
All right. So listen, you're here mostly because you just put out an EP.
Yeah.
You just put out an EP. You make music.
Yeah.
It took us like an hour of the podcast to let them know that.
Like 3 or 4 hours.
And why
That's
we were
fine.
discussing music so much, but yeah, you not only do you make music now, but you actually put out an EP where, like, it's on Spotify.
Yeah.
That's hella cool. Like, how about you? Mind just like describing your music a little bit?
Sure.
Well, I find another current event. Go for that.
Yeah. I mean, what I
Bill
like.
don't know yet. Bill
Yeah.
don't know.
what I like to do. I mean, what I did for that EP was just kind of like during the time I was like I suffered from like a lot of anxiety and you know like a lot of people do, a lot of depression, a lot of sad feelings. So what I did was I channeled it kind of like into, you know, my computer and my digital workstation, right? So I made everything on the computer, and everything I made in there was just kind of for, you know, just for me to kind of like even just kind of like self-heal and just kind of deal with it. And I don't know, I made it to kind of bring perspective to other people, if that makes sense, right? You know, just to make sure, like, oh, you know, I'm not, you're not the only one experiencing this feeling. You know, it's me too. You know, but I made it in. I started in college actually, about like 3 years ago, when I didn't know how to produce anything. That's when I started this EP, right? And you know, I after that I turned serious in terms of like making music. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna you know apply things I've learned in music theory and things I've learned online, and put it in here. And that's what turned out. And I think for what it is, it's pretty solid. I really like what I did on there. I should have taken more time for what's it called the skits I did on there. But other than that, I feel like it encapsulates me as a human being, and I think it's pretty cool.
So what genre do you think?
I wouldn't even define it as anything, just because, like, I mean, if anything, I would call it like lo-fi, like hip hop, if anything, just because like there's a lot of repetitive drum beats. But the main thing I wanted to kind of focus on was like melody and like chord structure and the way I put things out, like. I had talked to you earlier and how you like certain music to kind of be like everywhere. This one had a structure to it, and I kind of wanted to keep it in that same structure. Just because I wanted to make sure everything kind of transitioned well, everything sounded the same, even though it was different, if that makes sense. But I wanted to make sure, like, okay, this sounds like sadness and kind of reflection. Cool. That's what I encapsulated into this kind of like thing I put out, and that's what came out. And I think I did a good job at it. There's obviously room to grow, and I think that's for every musician, right? You know, you can always do better. You can always learn more. But I think for what I did and what it came out to be, I think it was pretty solid. And I think, I expect greater things to come, and you know, this is just like a stepping stone for me. Because I've always wanted to put out music, even since I was like 6, 7 years old, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you know, when you're little, you dream of doing things like this, and you do it, and you're like, oh shit, I can do more, right?
Can you not put sound on my
I know. I didn't hit play. Like, it automatically put on. But speaking of music, Lizzo's fat.
But yeah, that's it. EP's out there for y'all. Y'all want to listen to it, so.
Yeah, the way like I put out music, like
a celebrity trainer, you know,
I like
Julian Michaels is getting help.
collaborating with people.
Exactly, and that's the whole essence to it, right? Like, you always want to make sure you whatever your, I don't want to say your product, but like your music is, like, you want to share it, and if someone else wants to add to it, I feel like that's a deeper layer to whatever music you're doing, right?
Yeah. And that's what I like about drummers. And that's why, talking to you about drumming. Like, I still want to play bass. I don't want to, be, back or whatever and, chord everything.
Yeah.
I think it's, a lot of it is, which is not, can be about things I don't think I can do everything. But I like friendship and I like camaraderie. And I like, so when I write music, it's I am the bass player.
Mm-hmm.
And I sing. I'm the lyric writer.
It sounds like you're...
I am not the drummer. I am not the guitar player. But I want to have people to experience that with me.
That makes sense, though. I feel like music, in essence, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be EDM or it can be hard rock, right? Whatever you want it to experience, you have to experience with other people. If not, it's not music, right? It's just fucking bunch of sounds that people put together, right?
Interesting.
Because if you just put a bunch of sounds together, you get modern rap. That's what it is, right? It's like, oh, look, I made a cool drum beat. There's this song that came out recently called The Box. I don't know if you've heard of it.
By Roddy Ricch.
Yeah. Literally, the melody is something that goes like this. It goes, that's it. That's the melody. That's
and
literally
someone
it.
saying he just put out album of the year.
Yeah, and he made platinum on that song just with that melody, right? You can put a bunch of sounds together and you can make platinum, right? But for me, really, music is experience with others. Because if they feel what you're
camaraderie.
feeling, exactly, yeah, exactly. Even if it's just them hearing it, that's still them kind of collaborating with it because they're still paying attention.
And that's the art of it too. I feel like whenever time spent listening to what you put out is how you really value art.
Exactly, yeah. And that's
the same way, if you look at a painting, how long you're stuck looking at that, or how often you go back to that, is how you value the painting. That's kind of, I feel like.
I mean, you're right about that.
But also, what's kind of fucked up about new music is we're bags of meat. We can easily be manipulated. There's a formula where if you put hi-hats and you put a snare and you put some 808s...
That's a shitty person like Kanye West. And that's where the bag of meats come from.
Kanye West is a genius.
No, he's
but
not.
He does put out songs that do that follow that formula, where we as humans, we respond to that and we want to dance to that. Or that's what gets us going in the morning on our car ride to work, or when we have our earphones on. So I really do appreciate when an artist goes beyond the simple 1-2-1-2 of the snare, hi-hat, kick drum, and is able to really do some really, really broad experimental shit, and also still keep my attention and keep my... You fuck with Baby Keem?
I don't, but
anyways, but yeah, when you go beyond to just the pop charts...
Yeah, exactly.
The simple formula of making a song that we humans naturally are gonna just eat that shit, like some Chainsmoker shit. That's what I can really fuss with. What I feel like with the Box doesn't do. Although he has some songs in there, I definitely want to recommend you check out for sure. Though.
Yeah, for sure. I like him as an artist. It's just the point I was trying to make was just that to everyone was an experience, right? Whatever he put out, it was like, oh shit, I fuck with this, and they made videos of it. People made memes of it. People made this of it. Regardless of what the sound was, people experienced it, right?
Right.
And that in essence was what music is. Like he was saying earlier, they're not collaborating technically, right? But they are collaborating. They're paying attention. They're making videos. They're making memes of it. They're reposting it. They're putting it elsewhere. And I think that's what music should be. It should be an experience regardless of whatever platform you put it on. Whatever form of media you put it on, it's there, and you can use it whatever the fuck you want.
And that's why we bought my dick at parties, because we're all vibing. We're all vibing. We're all chanting, Rudy, Rudy. And that's why I do that.
No, I think music is a passion and experience that people experience with the musicians who are playing.
Interesting.
And you don't need 500 producers to make a fucking Kanye West or a fucking Beyonce song.
No, you really don't.
The music should be within the 3-4 people who are I fucking dig this jam we're doing.
Maybe.
And that's what Piss Jeans and the Cave is and the Sonic Youth is and Jefferson Airplane and all that.
I think there's space for both, I think there's space for both.
Well,
sure. Yeah.
I don't believe that also, because I think music is organic and music comes from your heart. And I don't think, like, fucking Kanye West is going, oh, I think you're fucking a whore.
I
And I love it. And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm making a Jesus record. I mean, what the fuck is that shit? That's not fucking being honest.
That's insanity.
That makes sense, but like...
But it's good music, though.
It's not good.
Both of those... No, that album was low-key fire. The Jesus King?
It was okay. It was
okay.
okay.
Dude,
it was okay. It was okay.
As a whole, I'm not fucking with the whole thing. But, like... Stretch my hands to you. That shit goes hard.
So what that is Kanye West being an egotistic fucking Donald Trump annihilator, and then he's hiring all these people to tell him what they do. Then you get a band like Sonic Youth, like Jefferson Airplane, they're like, we love what we're doing, and we're going to make music. And that music is a lot better than any... I'm never going to say Kanye West is a good person.
I'll give him credit, though. He intentionally did not release Yandhi because he had that coming
I will never give him credit.
But no, Jesus King was definitely more morally upright.
And I'm never going to give anybody who's like a Jesus is King bullshit.
But he could have made so much money off Yandhi. Have you heard the Yandhi leaks?
I have not, but like I would like to say...
It's so ruthless.
I would like to say a thing, though.
They're all about titties.
Of course. But like,
I love titties.
But he didn't release that, so he could release Jesus King without...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, here's the thing I like to add.
I'm a huge
kind of like... And no, that's okay. That's okay. The thing I like to add was just kind of like, what you said earlier. Everything about music is collaborating, right? Fuck it. He used 10 producers for a song, right? But here's the thing. Each one collaborated in their own kind of special way. Either it be with them audio engineering and taking out certain low frequencies or certain high frequencies or mid frequencies. They still helped out in the process, right? So... I feel like even though they did maybe even just a little bit, or maybe they helped in one song, they helped still make the experience, regardless if it's good or not. Yeah, there's and that's what music is, right? But like, sadly, not everything is gonna sound good to everyone. Everyone has their own
everybody has their right.
Everyone has their own ear, and everyone will listen to their own thing. But I think as musicians, we should appreciate that. Like, all right, he tried, and like. There's more than one person on this track, right? And you can hear it because they're complex. Some of the beats that, sadly, even Kanye West makes are, he put his own, kind of like perspective into it. But then there's 10 more people who are like, you know what, you sound like shit. Let me put this little beat on. Let me put this hi-hat on. Let me put this little percussion element on because what you had earlier was a piece of shit, right? Even then, it's just like, you know what, fuck it. We're all collaborating still. We're still doing... Well, we're still in love, but sadly, what the part there, and this is why I love music. I love anything from like fucking even like Daft Punk to like Kanye. I like Kanye.
Both
are
dope, yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like it really like I can listen to country and I'll think it's a fucking good hit. I can listen to like metal and it's a good hit. I can listen to things in Spanish and it's fantastic. Just because like I know multiple people made that and multiple people are like, you know what, I added to this, I think this sounds good and we're going to put it out there. I want people to experience it. I think that's what people are either selling or people are trying to put out there. It's just the experience. And I think, yeah.
And I understand that. That's what, like,
yeah, but even then people have their own taste. And that's okay, right? Like that's okay. Like personally I don't really like too much of Kanye's shit just because he sounds like an egotistical asshole. Just like you're saying. Like I don't like him too much either. But even then, you have to respect the guy. It's like, all right, he made this. All right, whatever, right? You can blow him off, right? But he still made and still sold set amount of records. He still did.
Well, I mean, like you say that he sold so much records, but I mean, like not everything popular is good.
Exactly. No, and I know that too.
I mean, Donald Trump is president.
Exactly, and that's popular.
But
right?
he didn't win the popular vote.
He did not.
He did not, but he still.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be president.
Yeah, but even then, he still managed to fucking sneak his way in there, right? So, like, even then...
Millions of people still said, I want Trump over Hillary. So,
sadly.
No, a million people want Hillary over Trump.
Yeah, it was literally, I think she won the popular vote by, what was it, 3 million? Or 30 million?
I don't know how much.
Either way, 3 million more people was just like, yo, if we're all deciding what we're trying to eat, and if we're all ordering a pizza, right? Me, you, Bill... And then 3 million people. And 3 million people all agree we don't want pineapple on that, and we get a pineapple pizza. That's fucked up.
I hate pineapple on pizza.
Exactly. That's my point. But if...
Goodbye. I'm out.
If you said pineapple and 3 million people said no pineapple and we got a pineapple, what the fuck are we doing?
You take off the pineapple and you fucking eat it.
All right, last thing I want to put on is we'll call it a.
Oh, okay.
So this one is Jillian Michaels slammed for comments about Lizzo's weight. By the way, look at this reporter that put this on CNN. Does she not look like Lizzo? After this, all right, we'll go on last one.
All right.
So basically,
explain it to us because I literally don't know who these people are.
You know who Lizzo is?
No.
Okay, have you heard that song that goes, "Why men great till they gotta be great"?
No.
Nope.
I don't listen to the radio.
I put the sing.
I don't listen to it
single.
either.
You haven't heard that in a commercial or something?
Nothing like that.
New
no.
man on the Minnesota Vikings. Bound. No?
It looks like she has like a Chance vibe to her, and I don't like that.
Chance the Rapper vibe?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. Like, where's she from?
The buffet.
Really?
She's heavy. She's thick, bro.
Okay.
So basically, she got in trouble at a Lakers game. She got drunk, and a sideline reporter interviewed her. And she goes, "So who are you a fan of?" She goes, "Number 22. Number 22 on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
New man on the Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns." It was like basically spitting game at this basketball player on the camera. Mm-hmm. And then the big monitor puts the camera on Lizzo because one of her songs starts playing.
Mm-hmm. And
she starts twerking on she pulls up her dress, exposing her ass and her thong, and starts twerking at the game. So, like, people are celebrating it, and there's been a lot of backlash for that because, number one, if a regular person does that, they're getting thrown out. You're not showing your ass cheeks at the game.
No one would.
Why not?
Because there's kids there. Like,
Yeah,
well, for obvious.
For
like regular
they
ass
have
cheeks.
kids there. They have kids there. Yeah.
It's not like showing a nipple during the Super Bowl.
That was an accident, but she intentionally pulled up her dress.
No fucking shit.
So anyways, but she's heavy. She's thick.
I mean, here's like my take on whatever you told us. Just like, if you really put it into perspective, like, she's drunk, dude. Like, when people are drunk, they will act differently, regardless. Like if you I studied like the brain for a good minute, right?
Oh,
like,
but
yeah,
also
exactly,
like
yeah.
after that, she was getting backlashes about it, and she basically was saying like, "Yo, it's my body. Don't shame me because I'm thick." That was her attitude about it. It wasn't because she was. She wasn't like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was drunk." She was like, "No, this is how I am all the time."
In that case, just like, like, here's the thing with like celebrities and their personalities and shit. You just have to roll with it. Just because at this point, it's like, she's not gonna back down from what she did, right?
Not at all.
Right? No, she's not gonna back down.
She said like, if my name's in your mouth, so is my pussy, bitch. She said that. Which I think that was gangster.
I mean, she said that. Like I said, she's not afraid to be who she is, and that I think that should be appreciated because most people nowadays will probably turn back. Excuse me. Try to conform to whatever societal standards there are, right?
Right.
Her, she's like, I don't want to do that, and she's in a position where she can do that.
So what Jillian Michaels got in trouble for is she said, like, why she's not a fan of like her body being celebrated, not her music. She's like, why does it matter? Why aren't we celebrating her music? Michael said, because it isn't gonna be awesome if she gets diabetes. By the way, you know who Jillian Michaels is? Jillian Michaels was a trainer on the show The Biggest Loser, where you go on to lose weight.
She's worried about her weight, like her looks, more than her music.
I guess they asked her a question about Lizzo. They were having an interview with Jillian Michaels, the trainer, and then when Lizzo came up, she was like, "Why does it matter about her body?"
Yeah,
like,
why does it matter? Yeah.
Like, why aren't we celebrating?
That's the whole thing about like pop music. Is like, why do we care about what she looks like?
Because there's so many also other singers that we don't talk about. We don't talk about Lana Del Rey's body. We don't talk about Kelly Uchis's body.
Well, they make good music, maybe.
But so does. Well, I mean, it's subjective. But Lizzo's putting up numbers too. But for some reason, we love highlighting the fact that she's thick and showing her titties and showing her butt.
So she should show her titties if that's what she wants to do.
But anyways.
Let's watch her.
But she's so
listen to her song and see what we think about it.
We can't. YouTube will kick us off.
The what?
YouTube will not let me play any music on my video. Cause then we get taken off YouTube.
Why can't we just watch her song?
We can do it after for sure.
What you can do is just put it on mute and watch it.
No, we should hear the music.
That's a lot of editing for like where I'm at right now. But basically, you guys are not gonna like. I'm
that's fine,
gonna
that's
guess
fine.
you guys are not a fan of Lizzo for sure.
Well,
Never
I
heard
don't
her
really.
music before.
I don't really listen to her, but like.
I have no idea what her music sounds like.
Yeah, but like I've heard the same thing from like let's say Adele, right? People would comment on her body, and she's like, I'm the way I am. It doesn't matter, right? What I'm trying to put out is music.
Right.
Whereas Lizzo's like, I don't give two fucks if I twerk and shit or whatever the fuck I'm doing, right? This is me. This is what I like to do.
Yeah.
At that point, it's just like, look, this is how this person is. She is gonna be like this if she's famous or not. It doesn't matter.
The way I see it is like this. I think if you have like a natural handicap, let's say impediment, say you have a club lip or you're missing a hand or something, and you are being your own person and you're promoting your body, I think that shit's beautiful.
No,
now,
that is. Yeah.
I think that when you're overweight and you're trying to promote like sexiness while overweight, that's something you can control. Now, I don't believe that bullying is the way to go about it, is the way to get people aware, like, hey, overeating is bad for you, cause diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and all that. I don't think body shaming or bullying is the way, but I don't think that this should be promoted. Like, I don't think that we should look at that as sexy, because people die of heart disease. It's the #1 killer of men.
Oh, yeah.
You get cancers, you can get even though diabetes is mostly hereditary,
I mean,
you can contract diabetes, like, by eating, like by choices. So I don't think what's being done is body shaming. I think it's choice shaming, because think about it.
It's not choice shaming, James. That's the wrong way to go about it.
Yeah, she's fat for her own reasons. Right? And she's unhealthily fat. Like, if your kid got that big, you'd be concerned. And people really do die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And like, you're being an asshole about it right now.
No, I just don't think it should be promoted. Like, okay, now, say if there was another singer...
It's not saying you like promoting to be an unhealthy lifestyle.
Okay, but say if there's another singer, like, showing off her, like, heroin marks, injecting.
Yeah, that's just...
And she's like, I inject heroin, but I don't give a fuck, I'm sexy.
But see, like,
we wouldn't be happy for that.
Like, you're objecting... You're being objective right now, and you're being shitty objective right now.
No.
And I think you're like, yes, you are.
How so?
Well, look at me. I mean, like, I always want to be a musician, and I've been fat in my life and all that. And it's not as easy as you can say, like, you're a fat ass too. I got big tits right there.
But I'm not like putting pictures of me like with my shirt off, and I'm not also being promoted as sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it doesn't matter being promoted as sexy. Is trying to make people try to feel good about themselves, and then you're like, all of a sudden, like, oh, you're fat and you shouldn't like take your shirt off.
No, I think if you're,
exactly
overweight, I mean, we're friends, we're roommates. The thing is, if you're overweight, I'm gonna still judge you on the quality of your character.
Well, why are you judging in the first place?
That's exactly why you're being an asshole
when I see like,
you're not making a good case for yourself.
No, but when I see like social media or these commentators or these influencers like promote her body, I think her music should be promoted and her body shouldn't be promoted, because her body.
Right, but the thing is like
is evidence that like she's making really bad choices that are really
right.
dangerous to her
So
health.
like you're looking at her body rather than her music.
It's the same. All right, it's the same reason why I don't want to promote rappers that really promote use of Xans.
What's her Xan?
Xanax, like the thing that kills Juice WRLD.
That's a totally different thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You can die.
You know, like artists like
should
be like somebody who's like anxiety and may have like issues about their weight like I do and stuff like that, and you're comparing like my anxiety over like Xanax use and all that. Fuck you, James. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, of all the things you can be addicted to, food is the easiest to quit.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Over Xans? Over Percocets?
Fuck you.
Over Perks?
No. All right, hear me out. It's just because, like, look.
And you feel better.
Oh, hold on. This is because, like, all right, there's a whole chemical thing to this. Look, from what I've learned and just whatever I've studied and whatever I've read, food is probably the hardest thing to get over.
Over Percocets?
Think of it this way.
Yes, and
hold on.
smoking. Yeah.
Hold on.
They killed so many rappers.
Hold on.
James, you have no idea what you're talking about. You shut up.
Yeah. Look. There's this thing in psychology called primary reinforcers, right?
Sure.
The first thing on there is food. Why? You're motivated to eat. You're motivated always to drink water, right? You need water. Your body's 80% water, 90% water almost, right? You need these things to survive, right? You don't need Xanax. You don't need any of these other drugs. Not to brush them off the table. Not to say that people get addicted to these things.
Sure.
People, that happens, right? That's a chemical imbalance that happens. But what really people will get addicted to is food, because you fucking crave it. You need it. You need it to survive. And once you get to let's say a certain weight, you need more food in order to work. If you don't have this fucking food to work, your body's gonna shut down on you. Regardless of who you are, your body's gonna shut down on you. You're like, all right, man, you didn't take such amino acids today. You didn't take such saturated fats today. I'm gonna make you feel like shit, right? So food is probably the hardest thing to get off of. Besides, I'm not, like I said, I'm not downgrading.
No, he's like right.
Yeah,
But I get you, because you
food,
have to have food.
Yeah, you have to
Versus
have food.
if you go to Percocets or Xanax, you have to go out of your natural habitat.
Exactly, you have to go out of that. But even then, the chemical structure, I don't even say chemical structure, because at that point I'm just bullshitting. But you need.
This is all bro.
But even then, you need food. You fucking need food. Don't get me wrong. People who are addicted to drugs, they need that shit. Their brain and the neurotransmitters that they have in their head.
But your default is you need food no matter what.
Yeah, the default, you need food no matter what. Doesn't matter if whatever you're taking, you need food. You need food. Even if it's just a little bit, you still need food. You need the energy to survive. These drugs can give you said energy, but still you need to chow down on maybe a Slim Jim or something, because you need something to survive, right? In that case, people who are, I don't mean to shit on anyone, people who are overweight, people who have lip problems, they still need that food to survive. And it's hard for them to get off of that shit. So from what he's saying, and he's like, James, you're being a dickhead, is look, you need to look into those kind of set factors of hey, these guys, their bodies crave food more than anyone else. More than you and me, right? Even, let's take it back to Lizzo, right? She probably needs more food than we do, right? Because her body's like, hey, man, get this shit into me or I'm going to shut down.
Right. Touring, you're dealing with studio time.
Exactly.
You're dealing with all your natural, your
like
obligations with the media. You're dealing with all that too. So it's not easy to get in a workout. It's not easy to when you're under all that stress to eat. Even
then, but what people do sometimes, and this is what it's called binge eating, and that can happen regardless of the person, whatever you're doing. It can happen to me. It can happen to you, right?
Oh, dude.
It could be like hey man, I'm drunk. I'm gonna eat 20 tacos from Taco Bell, right? Because I feel like it, right? But to some other person, it can be like, look, man, if I don't take those 20 tacos, I'm not gonna make it to the day, right? I'm not gonna make it to the day because my body fucking needs that shit. It needs the fat. It needs the fucking energy.
So do you ever notice why I don't eat late at night? I never had a piece of chicken. I eat in the mornings, and they're say I'm not gonna eat till 2 years old. If I eat chicken right now, even if I ate a couple of pieces, my stomach will stretch out, and I'll be so hungry in the morning that I'll eat more. So I don't eat late at night. So when I wake up in the morning, my stomach contracts.
Exactly, and that's actual science. In the morning, your stomach will be at least in terms of the way your stomach is.
Yeah, so
out.
Your stupid idea of not eating until 2 p.m. is fucking complete bullshit.
No, people do it all the time.
Professional
fighters do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, professional fighters work out. You don't do shit.
That's an even better reason to fast. I used to do intermittent fasting.
No.
I would only eat between 2 and 6.
You should eat in the morning and not eat late at night.
But I lost weight.
Oh yeah, let's see how much we'll fucking
weight.
No, you haven't.
I stopped doing it though, and then I gained weight again. When I would only eat from the hours of 2 to 6.
You were one of the biggest bullshitters I've ever met in my life.
Bro, we have fat. I would drop 15 pounds from doing that 2 to 6.
No, you have not.
Okay, fuck it. And when I stopped doing that, I gained the weight back. Anyways,
No, but,
my point is though, yes, it is hard to quit food, and yes, I don't think that fat people should be bullied. I don't think anyone should be bullied. I'm just saying you shouldn't promote her as sexy.
Who?
Lizzo, anyone fat as sexy, anyone obese as sexy.
But
That's dangerous in itself because you think
But
it's
like,
okay to have
he's
these
a-
bad habits. You should be promoting the people that acknowledge the fact that they have a busy schedule. They acknowledge the fact that you
Yeah,
need
but
food.
you're being an asshole right now when you say that.
You're perceiving me as an asshole. I'm saying
No,
one should be
you are an
bullied.
asshole.
What did I say that's assholish? What's my quote that is assholish? I'm
Well,
saying that no one
you're
should be
my
bullied, but I'm saying that obese bodies should not be promoted as sexy. What should be promoted as sexy is good work ethic. What should be promoted as sexy as people who acknowledge the fact that they want the future children of this of society to be healthy and be happy. And no one who is going that path of obesity is truly happy.
Instead of yours, of how she wants to treat her body, though.
Huh?
What business is that yours?
I'm allowed to have an opinion on anything. What
Yeah.
business is anything
right.
in the news mind, you know? Also, what business is it those who are promoting her as sexy? Right?
Some people like fat girls.
If you're into fat girls, that's for you. But to promote, to say that
Just because you don't like fat girls.
to say that this trainer is body shaming for saying we should focus on her music and not her body because most people who go that route.
Yeah, but the thing is like what her business is her music, not her body.
But people and her herself are promoting her body and not her music.
I think what she's trying to get at is like a common theme with everyone. Look, everyone, regardless of who you are, unless you're a fucking model, right? You know you're hot, right? If you're a model,
Well, she's not being a model.
Exactly. You know, she's pretty thick, right? Like James said. But the thing is, like, I think what she wants to get across, and I think what some people maybe take it the wrong way. I know. Okay, don't get me wrong. Being a certain amount of like weight is probably bad for you, right? That's just health. That's just health, right? But even then, like, being comfortable and knowing of like, hey, I'm this weight, but I still feel good. I still feel fantastic. I still feel like I should be able to do this. I should still be able to do whatever everyone else is doing. Right?
That's empowering.
Exactly, and I think that's great because even then you can still take the move of, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm making unhealthy choices. Maybe I can scale back. Right? People will.
Well,
tell you
she's
that.
probably in her 20s still.
Exactly. You know, at any age you can do whatever the hell you want. Right? Like 20s, 30s, you're in that prime age where you can do whatever the hell you want. Your body can take it. Right? Once you get past that, it's like, all right, I should probably make some choices to help myself because, like, I've fucked up myself for a certain amount of time, right? And I agree with Jay was saying is like, you know, maybe we shouldn't. And it's not that we shouldn't promote like obesity and shit like that. Like, I get that.
I don't really like. I really don't take her stance of being like, I should be like, everybody should be fat.
No, exactly.
But
exactly,
it is like you should like. I take
feel like
my
we should-
self-worth.
And I like her
I'm
quote.
not done with my.
Go for it.
But like, I'm taking my self-worth, and I'm somebody who's big and whatever, and I'm going to do the most of my life, and
Exactly.
she still wants to like, eat like fucking McDonald's and all that.
She should be able to, right? Like, it's like.
But the thing is too, is like, I understand what you're saying though, but I think people should give in their self-worth
Exactly. Yeah.
instead of their body.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, we're just shells with a brain that works, right? That's what we are. That's what we are. We're just a brain with a shell.
My
And
thing
then that
is,
shell makes choices.
I'm not necessarily her body, but I think.
You're totally like you're like being a body shamer.
No, let me finish. I'm saying that I'm shaming her ethic and her self-control and her lack of awareness.
Well, you don't know her like fucking lack of control.
Dude, the
But
fact
you
that she's
didn't-
so huge is a huge
But
lack of discipline.
You know, like fucking people like that. What about Jack downstairs? He's a fucking fat ass.
Yeah, we're not promoting him as sexy.
Right?
And like I'm saying,
You
I'm
look
not,
at it,
but
like-
also like I'm not in his face saying, "Yo, you're fat. You need to lose weight." I'm treating him like a human being.
But
I'm
that's
just saying
what
we
you're
shouldn't
saying
promote
about
him
this
as
girl who's
sexy.
being a musician right now.
I'm saying we should promote the good qualities that people have and not
But
pretend.
you're not doing that. Like you're shaming this girl
How?
for being fat.
I'm shaming her for her choices, and
But you know what?
I don't know. I'm shaming her. I'm shaming people that are promoting her as making good choices.
What her choices are,
Okay, if I got that big, I die.
right?
The fact is, and the quote says it right there, that's the best way to put it. Michael says, I also feel strongly that we love ourselves enough to acknowledge there are serious health consequences that come with obesity, such as heart disease, diabetes, cancer.
But you are right about that, but you don't know who she is. You don't know how she got that fat. You don't know her habits. And you're placing judgment on her for being fat.
Okay, so you're trying to like frame it that like if you're that big, it's not most likely because you have no self-control over your food.
Yeah, but
that's the majority of people.
But the thing is that you are placing judgment on that.
If you're that big, it's most likely a lack of discipline, and that's dangerous to promote. If you're saying, I'm not saying it's not okay to be fat.
Like an asshole right now.
Let me finish. I'm not saying it's okay.
You are an asshole.
I let you finish. You let me finish, bro.
An asshole.
Are you letting me finish? I'm saying like it's
man.
okay to be fat. What I don't like is if you promote bad work ethic. If you promote a lifestyle that could potentially take you away from your loved ones sooner than you should. I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with my daughter getting behind a lifestyle that will take her away from everyone that loves her. I can't get behind that. I can't think that's sexy. When you're that big, that's evidence of a work ethic that's terrible. That's evidence of you not handling your shit. And I get it. It's not easy. I get dieting is not easy. And I'm saying Lizzo should not be bullied for being fat. And if she wants to eat as much as she wants, by all means, we have one life. No one has the formula to do it right. But what I'm saying is that shouldn't be promoted. That shouldn't be talked about. That shouldn't be acknowledged. Any conversation, any Instagram post about Lizzo should be strictly about her music. It should not be enforcing that is great. Because it's not. What's really great is someone who, like a David Goggins. You know who David Goggins? David Goggins is a Navy SEAL who every day spends his life at getting better in every type of way. Being a better friend, being a better character, being better physically.
There's no big shoes. I just want to show you.
And when you're... And when the thing is, when you're proud of that hugeness... You're not proud of like something you're doing.
No big deal, right?
You're proud of just like I'm happy.
So no, what it sounds like is you want somebody to be proud for your standards. And that's like shitty.
Yeah, sure. My standards are living a lifestyle that doesn't kill you of heart disease or cancer or diabetes. That's not wrong to say.
That girl could be more heavier or more healthy than you are.
She is. She hella is. Not even close.
You complained about me from walking from Ashley's about like how out of breath you are.
Yeah, so what? I'm not promoting myself as sexy. I'm not promoting this lifestyle though.
Yeah, you are, because you're always talking about how big your dick is.
Okay, but my dick's incredible. And also, I'll promote like my podcasting. I will never like model a photo and be like, yo, this is the way to go. Like, because I acknowledge the fact that my lifestyle of drinking beer and eating good and eating great, delicious food is not the best way to go.
Either. I can't complain.
But that's what I'm saying is bad habits should not be promoted.
What time is it?
That's okay. It's 12:45. I feel like we should wrap this up just so if you guys.
We got balls deep into like Lizzo.
No, but like
we all fit in Lizzo.
Yeah. I feel like. No, everyone's opinion here is valid. But I feel like what he's trying to get across is a bad habit and shouldn't be promoted, which is okay. I understand and appreciate that position, right?
But I like Lizzo. I want to say that. I think I seen her like on Hannibal Buress podcast. I think she has got a dope ass personality.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure
I'm the last person to pass judgment.
But I've also I've put other people onto Lizzo's tiny desk.
Exactly. No, and that's fantastic.
I fucks with Lizzo. That's the thing.
Yeah. But like I think what he was getting at was just like you shouldn't body shame, just because like we regardless, you can be a celebrity, you can be like you can be the president of the United States. You shouldn't be one to pass judgment, right? I think that's what you're kind of.
I hella agree with that. Like I don't want people to walk up to Lizzo and tell her that she needs to lose weight.
Exactly, but like
you know what I'm saying?
I think his point was just like you shouldn't pass judgment at all. You shouldn't pass judgment. But if you want to pass judgment, that's okay. But like, do so on your own terms and do so on your own time.
Like, I'll never be like, Lizzo,
Yeah.
I need you to lose weight. I'll never say that.
Exactly. No,
but
no,
if
exactly.
someone
Yeah,
tells me this is sexy, I'm allowed to respond, no, it's not. It's dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, and I feel like we're in a place where we can record this, we can put this out, we can go tell other people,
How
hey.
is it recording?
I don't know, probably like a half hour.
Lizzo, if you're watching this, I'm down to go get some bomb fried chicken with you. I know some spots. I know some delicious food spots. And I love promoting good food spots. Lizzo, if you're watching this, let's get something to eat.
All right, let's
We
recap.
don't have to talk about food or our bodies at all. We can just vibe out and shit, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like everyone's opinion here at the end of the day is valid, and I feel like everyone should be appreciated. And I'm glad this is a space where we can go and talk about things like this. Because, like...
I'll play bass or drums with you.
Exactly. Like
This podcast,
Yeah.
you'll never... There's so little podcasts that are willing to go, like, this deep into something.
Exactly.
That's controversial. It can make me... Honestly, I feel like a lot of people are going to see this, going to see me and view me in a negative light.
It might be.
You know? But like, this is what this place is for, because there's not a lot of spaces like this, you know?
No, and I feel like safe spaces are good. Even if you have an opinion,
Because I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, you know, I'm putting my shit out there so that anyone out there can respond to me and tell me why they think I'm wrong. And maybe I learn from that. Maybe my opinion changes.
Exactly. That's a good thing that you know that. Even me, like, even the things I've said, like, like they might be wrong.
And other people watch this too, so their opinions can improve. If you're about improving yourself, this can possibly do it for you. There are people watching this that are formulating their opinion based on what we're saying because we're making good points.
Exactly. All right, I gotta pee. So...
All right, let's call it quits. Andres Pelaez. Wait, before you go pee, where can we find your EP?
Where can we what?
Where can we find your music?
Music's on Spotify at Stoned Waffle. I made the music when I was up there. Thank you guys for having me.
At Stoned Waffle on
Fantastic.
Spotify. Look up his EP, Andres Pelaez. Too drunk to spell that. And do you want to shout out anything?
Shout out. I'm drunk.
Shout out to...
Just show this to my family.
I'm going to say, I have an unpopular opinion. I feel like Popeye's chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A's. I know Chick-fil-A is a spicy one that comes with cheese. It's hella bomb.
I hate Chick-fil-A.
And there might be days I choose Chick-fil-A. But I just think Popeye's was worth the hype. It was worth the hype, for sure. And it's cheaper. Hallelujah. Shout out to Lizzo. If you want to be on the podcast, come on. I'm down for you just to talk about whatever. I feel like conversations like these, they're pretty cool to listen to sometimes, you know. There's a section of the world that's balls deep. The fact that Lizzo article was on the news proves that people want to hear what we're talking about. So my fans probably turned off the camera or their phone.
Yeah,
all the time
it's really
ago.
shitty that I don't hear music at all. Let's play some Lizzo.
Yeah, after this, if not for YouTube's like stupid laws, I would have played it on the show, so you can like get a good grip of Lizzo. So we'll do that right now. So shout out to Lizzo. Shout out to Mission Brewery. These are crowlers you can get at Ralph's. By the way, they sell the bottles. The bottle's 20 ounces. The crowler's 32. They sell for the same price. That being said, the 20 ounce will fuck you up. 32 ounce, just one of these. Oh my god,
new rep.
they sneaky. And shout out to Scout. Shout out to Scout Willis. Scout Willis. Shout out to Scout Willis. Shout out to San Francisco and New York. Shout out to who else we talk about in this podcast? Shout out to Dave Grohl.
No, not Neil Peart.
And him too. R.I.P. Neil Peart. Shout out to Rush. Shout out to the Harry Potter film franchise.
Did we say shout out to Lizzo?
I gave her a huge one. I invited her to the podcast.
That would be awesome, dude. I'd love to talk to her. I don't even know who she is, but I'd love to talk to her.
Oh, after this, I'm gonna put on some she's really funny on Hannibal Buress' podcast.
Really, dude?
And the Tiny Desk is actually pretty legit.
Really?
I was coked out my mind when I saw it, but it was.
Oh,
it was awesome.
do you know who No Name is?
No Name? Yeah, Coke's a No Name.
Fucking no. She's good. She's good.
Does she have a Tiny Desk too?
Yeah.
No shit.
That ass.
Shout out to No Name. Shout out to Tiny Desk. Shout out to NPR. Anyone else you guys want to shout out before I turn this off?
Shout out both of y'all. Thanks for having me.
Shout out to the coolest podcast in the world, Two Cool Brothers Podcast.
Yes, Andre, nice to meet
Again,
you.
find
Thank you for having me.
Find
Thank you for
Stone
having me.
Waffle on Spotify.
Let's create some like heavy shit.
And
Fuck it, let's
I'm gonna
crank
turn
it.
this
Let's
off
crank it.
because
Let's do
the
it.
less time it is, the easier it is to upload. So later, y'all. I gotta hit this as fast as I can because the upload speeds are terrible. Fucking
And we talked
Wi-Fi.
for a solid hour.